All right, well, it's the morning, and we got through it. Was stuck trying to get that lower control arm slid on the car, and finally got it to go in at about 9 o'clock. So we are back out here this morning to see if we can get a little bit more done. So we're gonna try to get the tie rod on. We'll see how it goes. Don't have a lot of time, but figure I'd try to make a little bit of progress. All right, we got the boot off. Now we gotta figure out how to get a wrench in there on this to get it off. So I'll work on that. All right, I got it out. I had to adjust this boot a little bit. Put the zip tie back on it, and then we are done, besides torquing everything else back down. All right, we are back out here, and we're working on the struts now. We finished with the control arms and the tie rods, so we gotta get this strut assembly out. I removed the bolt holding the sway bar on, and the bolt holding the bottom of the strut to the steering knuckle. But it's been pinching this for, 20 some odd years, so it's not just sliding right out. But I have a special tool I had to get, which should make this go more smoothly. It's a spreader tool. Gotta put it in there and turn it, which should give me the space that I need to get the strut out. So we'll see. Well, it's loose. I don't know why it won't just drop. I had to put the spring compressor on it in order to get it out. No point in removing that ball joint down there, so I know for the next side. But we got this thing's destroyed. But that's all we got time for this morning. We will update this again probably tomorrow. So. Good morning. We're back. And I've got a built strut. Assembled it last night. It wasn't very interesting, but we got it in with the new spring, new bump stop, and a new top strut mount. So it's gonna get in the car and get the spring compressors on it, because I think that's the best way to just to cram it in there. So we'll see how it goes. All right, it is in here. Now, just gotta turn things back center. got this strut out, and it is ready for the new one. And I was gonna build that new one last night so I could put it in this morning, but turns out the strut that they sent me is for a 2012 to 2015 Passat, not a Jetta. So we're gonna have to wait to sort that out to get the correct one to put in here. They are quite different. So on the other side, this one's all ready to go. So we're gonna put a wheel on it and get this side down. It doesn't need to be up waiting anymore. I do have the correct pinch bolt coming. I used in the package I got a front control arm bolt. It's almost exactly the same, but I'll put the correct one in there, and we'll just have to pull the wheel off, pull that out really quick and put it back in. So it'll be easy. Well, onto the rear suspension. All right, so in the rear here, I have the spring and the shock, but I am waiting for this top rubber piece and the lower mount to arrive. I've got to get the new shock put together with the new mounts I have as well, so we'll work on all of that before we go any further, but let's get started. All right, new shock, here we go. Alright, now I gotta cram this up in here, which is gonna suck. Oh wait, that was easy. Never mind. Went right in. Alright, great. Greetings from underneath the Jetta. We are installing the Diesel Geek Panzer plant under here. The stock belly pan is gone. Not entirely. This right here is all that's left of it. So replace it with a nice aluminum skid plate. So we got the skid plate on, but it very quickly became dark again, and it started pouring rain. So I didn't get a lot of footage of the actual installing it or what it looked like afterwards. So came back out here. There it is. Looks very nice. And then here, in addition to the skid plate part, we've got these side skirts in the wheel well. So, and on the driver's side, same thing. So helps with some peace of mind that I'm not going to knock a hole in the oil pan with a rock or something like that. So looks great. Well, how about it? I almost feel like a professional. This is gonna make a big difference in working on the car. It's mostly level, and I'm not gonna be rolling around in the grass anymore when I work on this thing. So yeah, pretty excited about it, but without wasting any more time, we're gonna get to work, and we just gotta finish this side. I have the correct strut. I put the old one back on to move it here, but we're gonna put the correct strut on, and then we can move on to the back. So we have the strut in, new pinch bolt torque down. Last thing we need to do is put the sway bar end link back on and put the car down. All right, we're back over on this side really quick just to make sure that all the bolts that we put on recently are torqued down. I don't remember for sure if I did all of them to correct spec, so we're just gonna go back over them. Well, I have to jump in here again. I also didn't get a lot of footage of doing the right rear shock. It's basically the same as the other side. Got all the springs in now. And so, got Konis on all four corners now. Springs are good. So all that's left is a quick alignment and we'll be good to go. Roads. Car already, even when I was going on the straights to get here on the regular road, already felt way better. Whole thing is feels stiffer, more planted, and the bumps aren't harsh at all. I mean, they're not worlds better than the stock shocks were, but they do not reflect a super stiff suspension setup at all. So as we reach some more twisties here, we get to feel how it does in the corners, but I mean, to get here so far, whenever I turned, I did not feel a bunch of body roll. Braking, the car doesn't heave forward, and it feels a lot better overall. Not only that, but the whole suspension was worn out to begin with, so you know, should see a pretty dramatic difference. So. The amount of ride height that this car has now with the brand new springs on it, it does not handle like it looks like it should. It's got stock sway bars on it too, and you know, there's some other sway bar options out there that we may end up putting on it, but it's already pretty good. Good morning. We are on I-64